Hi there, welcome to my channel. I hope this video finds you well, and if it did not find you well, please take a breath, sit down or lay down, just listen to me up, okay? It's gonna be alright. I'll be honest, the views have been dropping low from 40 to 4. Like, what does that mean? But like, thank you so much whoever end up like coming across my corner of the internet. Thank you so much. There is some time left until the year ends, and I think we can do it. Yeah, please keep watching my videos. And I'm trying out different formats and different topics that I think might resonate with people more. But still, the Watch Mongolian Movies With Me series will continue. I like that series, but on this one, I really had to pull out my big one. Yep. You really made me pull my face card out, huh? There you have it, issued by the Black Rock itself. So as the title suggests, I'm going to talk about the effect of fitness, but I'm going to focus on this very surprising side effect of fitness. So put your predisposed ideas about fitness aside for a while, and yes, I will talk about fitness and all of that, but I will focus on the effect that it had on me, that it's really helping me not just physically, but it's like fundamentally changing the way I think. To me, gym is a place where you move things from there to here and put it back there and run and walk, all to realize how weak you are and then wake up the next morning with a body sort that feels strangely good, and it's a little room somewhere with a questionable ventilation with someone's bodily smell just floating in the air, yet it's the best part of my day. I mean, I don't enjoy anyone's bodily smell, unless... But it was not like this. I dreaded moving for the most part of my life. But one day, teenage me woke up, and being the skinniest was the utmost important goal of my existence. And I don't remember the exact moment or what trigger led me to think this way, but I just know that there were/are many reasons, and we pretty much know all of them, so I'm not going to go into it that much. And at that time, my goal weight was around 47 kg, and I'm not sure why that exact number, but I just knew that I had to get there, and I was doing everything I knew at that time to lose weight, and that was starving myself. And I would usually end up being skinny around the most important days of my life and would gain them all back, because starving yourself is not sustainable unless you are in an isolated cave. You are going to cave in once you reach that tipping point of starvation, and when there's like, something edible lying around you. So it really kept me in this controlled yo-yo cycle state that was driving my weight higher and higher, gram by gram, at the end of like each yo-yo cycle. And some of these cycles really resulted me in developing like severe toothache due to lack of minerals, irregular menstruation cycle, like 4 months without it coming in, all of that, and like this really heavy mental fog. But somehow I managed to live like this like for a very long time. I like finished my high school, I graduated my university, came my 25th or 26th year around the sun, and something got done baking in my brain, and then I signed up for a gym, and I never looked back. At the same time, I like read a bit more into thermodynamics of it all, and the exercise science, and this intricate relationship between food and energy, and understood the balance that we have to create as a modern human beings to make up for the lack of movements that was like part of our daily life for eternity. And luckily around that time, body positivity was quite in fashion, so strong and healthy looking bodies were a bit more trendy, and then I thought it was something that I could work on with much ease, because I had the foundations. Because when you spend your whole life carrying 20-25 kgs extra, you are a bit more sturdier, shall I say. And at that time, my best friend was like planning to go on a trip in Asia, and if I remember correctly, it was like month-long solo trip, started from Turkey and ended up in Thailand. And just one day she called me and told me that she was ready for the trip, which I knew that she was planning. And she told me that she was ready and asked me if I was ready, and I was taken aback, because what do you mean if I'm ready? I'm not going to the trip with you. And we just talked about it, and she told me that she had like shared about the trip earlier, which I remember, and then she told me that she had asked me to go with her, and then I said yes. That I don't remember, or I faintly do. I mean, that time of my life is just such a blur to me. I don't really remember anything. And at that time, I had been hired at this new job, and I was not gonna go on like an annual holiday after like 2 weeks of being hired at them. And then my friend ended up going to that trip alone, which probably she may have been planning for two. And later on, she told me that it really hit her hard and she perceived it as I was lying to her. And I consider myself really lucky that that didn't break our friendship for good. What it also did to me is that I questioned how possibly that could have happened, because like, what do you mean I don't remember saying things to people? Like, it's so serious. Am I developing early onset dementia? And I thought about it for a moment and I realized the answer was like twofold. First is merely my guess. I mean, you see, for the most part of my late teen and early adult life, I spent it living in this like strange fog of dissociative state where I couldn't necessarily register things properly. I mean, there were meetings where like certain tasks were assigned to me and I didn't register it being assigned to me. There were some instructions that I had to follow and I couldn't really understand what was going on. Like, I was strangely like stupid and slow. Like, I don't know why. Something that was supposed to be working was not, and like I could function on a day-to-day basis. Like, I can catch a bus to work, but then there was no agent inside of me making sure to make sense out of things. Like, I don't know how to properly explain it with like really substantial proper terms, but well, whatever was happening, I really chalk it up to my brain not working properly due to inconsistent dieting for a long period of time. And also, I was really functionally depressed back then. That may have a bit to do with it, but we're not gonna go there. Second is I had what I call a loser mentality. It's a bit different from victim mentality ever so slightly, but how it was projected in my life is that I used to think that there were like these secret factors in life that were always at work, and their job was to teach you that not everything you want is good for you. So, and when you want something, it's pointless because you are never really the deciding factor in whether you're achieving that goal or not. They're like these ironic angels around you that limit what you can do. So there's no need in trying because you don't have power. And this mentality was ruling my life, and it was just like, you're gonna get what you're given. Don't desire anything because you're never the one who decides. And that was really controlling like pretty much all aspect of my life. Like, do you want to get a job? Just get the easiest, nearest, simplest job that said yes and gives you an offer, which turned out to be the department secretary position in my university, which I ended up working for a year. Oh, do you want to get this cute top? You have nowhere to wear it, so don't even bother. Do you want to get a better job? Like, well, I'm comfortable at this job, so I'm good. So whilst my cohorts were stepping into a more career-driven corporate world, I was just existing and being there and working a very simple job, not because I was like truly felt comfortable or truly felt meaning at that job, or I saw some career ladder that I could have like, you know, climbed up. It was just that I was like super scared of the process of searching for a better job, going through the trouble of giving an interview, and what if I end up not getting it because God didn't want it for me. So like all this pre-imagined failure, should I say, this pre-imagined failure just discouraged me from taking even the first freaking simplest step. So this is what I mean by loser mentality. And when you have this mentality, you kind of like stop being excited for anything. I mean, like going on a trip with your best friend and like traveling together is like fun and amazing thing to do, right? But when my best friend was talking about her trip and probably was inviting me to go over, all I was thinking was like, I just remember feeling so overwhelmed for her and for me, just thinking about the financial toll it's gonna take and like going through the trouble of booking a ticket, planning and everything seemed tedious and gray. I felt no joy or excitement just thinking about it. This mix of loser mentality and a strange brain fog really made me into this empty shell that looks like this, and just so exhausted. And I think of the reason why has a bit to do with the years I've spent as Christian. I mean, the teachings, at least the ones that I was introduced to, were that of like self-denial and putting God's desire before yours. And I internalized it such that it really stifled me from taking any action, because what was I going to do like if God did not want certain things to me? And well, like how would I know where to put my effort into so that like it aligns with God's desire? So it just turned me into this weak, sulking husk of a human being just floating in the river of life, just taking life as it happened without questioning, without trying anything. I say all this to say that I was an inactive, helpless, discouraged dog that had a learned helplessness syndrome, and I had lost hope, and I did not know that was happening to me at that time. But going to gym really changed that. In the beginning, Jesus, I'm remembering that meme. In the beginning, I still had the tendency to just float around, and I would come and go and do exercises, not really knowing what I was doing. But it was at the end of my first year of going to gym, I started to realize the fundamental change that it was bringing to me. I slowly started to learn that things work. Like if you work that muscle with this many reps and like push yourself a little harder and rest and eat well, then the area you work will show change. And because this change is happening right in front of you, it's like in your body, like you can just see it. And that's all it took, just me doing thing and then it happening on its own. This simple example of something happening without such mystique behind it. I mean, to be fair, the way body works is still a mystery that we're trying to solve like fully, but we know enough of it to know how it changes. And when it comes to fitness, it seems to be quite linear. What was I saying? This simple example of something happening without much invisible mystic behind it really helped me regain hope and this default desire to try things out and see. Because like, for the better part of my adult life, I've been trying to see some sort of result and I saw nothing, and then I had lost hope. But fitness, it showed me result, and it made me believe in the power of taking action, because exercise is the thing that has the most guaranteed result, unless you have some, genetic and physiological factors that prohibit it. And if you're a normal average person like me, you will end up seeing result if you do fitness. Of course, there are some parameters and factors that you have to really be aware and align yourself with, but those are pretty straightforward too. One thing about being average person is that life is literally dictated by the average. The studies, the statistics and the results, they are based on the average. So use that for your benefits. So when I started taking fitness more seriously, I started seeing more and more visible results, and that was just such a breakthrough, not just in the body, but in my mind. It made me understand that you sometimes don't need God's permission to do things. Especially in fitness, all you need to know is your macros, and then you have to move. That's it. So after really internalizing that things work out if you take actions, I felt free to try things out and see, because sometimes things don't work out. I mean, I was fine with that. I mean, that's where I started. But going beyond that was understanding that it was okay. So what if it does not work out? That just means you will be free from being stuck in the future that will never come to you, and be able to fully embody your now. If that exercise doesn't work out, there are a dozen other exercises that you could try, and life is not out there to get you. Even life is not a god that punishes you for trying out the things that you want to try. And heck, even punishment for failure is not even a death or some doom or gloom. I mean, you will probably have burned some time and money, but who's been the most efficient user of time, and who's saving the 100% of their income? People are doing things. People are messing up, making mistake. What else are they doing? They're living. Why should you not be guaranteed a little leeway to try things out and make few mistakes in life? Shut the fuck up. This strange all or nothing mentality is really toxic to hold space for everything in life. I mean, there's a space and time and case for it, but I think for almost 80% of your life, something not working out does not mean the end all be all. It's just very important that you get out of this stuck mentality. So with this newfound way of thinking that freed me, I started taking actions, big actions. First one was I quit my job about 3 years ago, my job was like pretty well paying and well benefited, and took a gap year. And in the same year, I did my first ever solo trip, and then I started to take my fitness journey a bit more seriously. I got hired again, but in a different position, and I realized I was not really good at it. I was not like really aligning with my values, so I was not good at it, I guess. And then started being more free and friendly towards people. I could hold conversation without being the contrarian or trying to convert them into Christianity. And I started to put myself out there a bit more and went on a bit of a dating phase. And after living life, your money runs out, and and then I pivoted like my career, and then I got a certificate and started working as a tour guide. And all this change I was able to make because now I had a belief that most things in life do work out if you only take actions. And that belief, this important belief, I got it in the gym. That single rep, that extra protein that you put in the body, and the compounding effect that it has on you, it just motivates you like to come back the next day. It's like being stuck in this very positive feedback loop. And I was able to use this newfound mental breakthrough for even more things, even like maybe bigger things, because now I had seen that things do work. And now, like physically speaking, I have now changed my goals to something more realistic and reasonable, and I'm well on the way to achieve that. I'm happy about it. And now that I've made going to gym my like daily routine, I'm hopeful that I'm gonna be able to oscillate in the healthy weight zone for the rest of my life. And mentally, I'm more empowered to take actions in life. Although what I'm sharing might seem like deep and a bit more philosophical, the way it's applied in my life is like really simple. I found it helped me the most to do the simplest of things, like making a call, checking up on someone, creating a grocery listing or to-do listings, and then like learning new things, taking the first step in meeting people, because now I know if then. So that was like the really important effect of fitness that like really was helping my life. Now I want to ask, what is your if then, and what helps you see the power of like taking actions in life? And I hope you can really just like really find it and hold on to it and believe in the power of taking actions. And I hope it empowers you through the journey in like wherever you're going. And sometimes all it takes is seeing something, anything working to really get that hope. And that thing was like fitness, and fitness was working for me, especially like when I saw my shoulder popping and bicep like widening a little bit, that did it. Yeah. So there you go. I hope what I shared resonated with you. And with this year drawing to a close, I wanted to share this as I was so happy to be aware of this positive change. And like being aware of something, it just makes the effect like 100 times more powerful. So I hope it does the same to you. And thank you for stopping by my corner of the internet. And hopefully we'll see each other again. And happy holidays.